we have reached that portion of the evening where the audience suddenly realizes that everything I say is postponing the post-Stoker drinking. Presenting the award for superior achievement in a graphic novel, please welcome a former writer for Marvel and DC and the author of the graphic novel Witch Hunts, Scott Edelman and Rocky Wood.
Rocky and I are pleased to be presenting the Stoker Award for Superior Achievement in a Graphic Novel because I think, Rocky, you're graphic and I'm novel. I'm not quite sure which is which, but in any case, we know Rocky's not in a situation where he can speak over the microphone, and you know the way things go now. We're supposed to engage in banter now, not to be entertaining at all, but to extend the torment of the nominees. And we're trying to figure how can we do this? How can we avoid breaking with tradition? So, well, the first thing we thought was charades, right? Okay, and you'll play along, the home audience plays along. You ready, Rocky, for the charade? Okay. Well, but then we said, no, that's going to take much. Join in and shouting out, so we forget that. You know, then we thought, how about mine? Rocky refused to paint his face white, and he would not wear the beret because he would not go with a stylish outfit. So, you know, that was completely out. Then we were going to have him do something witty by a semaphore flag, but the TSA grabbed those on the way out. They weren't able to do that at all. We even thought of smoke signals. But for some reason, the hotel, I don't know what the problem is with the hotel, but they completely got rid of that. No smoke signals at all. So, well, after a long deliberation, we finally decided we would just read the nominees and he would hand the trophy to the winner. And so, the nominees for Superior Achievement in a Graphic Novel are Anya's Ghost by Vera Broskal, Lock and Key Volume 4 by Joe Hill, Green River Killer by Jeff Jensen, Marvel Universe vs. Wolverine by Jonathan Mayberry. Baltimore Volume 1, The Plague Ships by Mike Mignola and Christopher Golden. And Neonomicon by Alan Moore. And the winner is Neonomicon by Alan Moore. I happen to have a few words here from Mr. Moore, and so if you will, imagine a little more hair here and here. Imagine, you'll have to imagine an accent which I will not attempt to go anywhere near. So this is from Alan Moore. He says, "If I may, I'd like to strike a sour note from the onset with regard to my unfathomable and near pathological aversion to awards. I've witnessed far too many good and valuable creators make awards a measure either of themselves or of their craft and suffer subsequent inertia or derangement. If they fail to win one, they become unbearable in their own eyes, and if they win one, they become unbearable to everybody else." Just 11, I was made head prefect at the primary school that I attended in Spring Lane, thus ruinously altering my personality. Berserk with power, I became tyrannical and autocratic in my duties as milk monitor, and personally believed that I was a short step away from unexplained mass graves on the school playing field, and a tight-lipped appearance in a glass box at some pediatric version of The Hague. Perhaps as a result of this, in later life, I find I have a tendency to shun awards, and while appreciating the goodwill they represent, to get them out of my immediate environment as quickly as possible. I am currently residing in a sterilized and strictly accolade-free zone, with one unique exception. This, it hardly need be said, is the Stoker that I had the honor of receiving in 2004 League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. One might ask why this is the sole survivor of a call that saw its fellow statuettes, certificates, and once, I promise, a container of Bart Simpson bubble bath, which had a sticker with Lifetime Achievement Award printed on it covering the barcode. That saw all of these consigned to history. Firstly, and least importantly, I have to say, the award is in itself a beautiful piece of art. A beautiful creation that I never tire of looking at and handling. Secondly, and crucially, there is the provenance of the award to be considered. The Stoker is, to me, a priceless token of appreciation from a group of people for whom I have limitless respect and admiration, these being my fellow workers at this darkest of all coalfaces. The landscape of imagination, and especially its less hospitable far boundary, is perhaps the most important human territory of all, and so to feel acknowledged by a lineage of fine writers which extends from the great old ones of the past to the still unrevealed giants yet to come means more to me than I can readily express. As is often the case when one's work crosses personal boundaries, I spent a long time in fretful deliberation over Neonomicon, and 6 months after finishing the work, was still uncertain as to whether it was good or even publishable. These doubts dwindled at first glimpse of Jason Burroughs' wonderfully controlled delineations, both unflinching and meticulous, and have vanished entirely on receipt of this remarkable award. To all of you, thank you so much for this. You've made me an unkempt and increasingly bewildered old man very happy.